Hello, everyone, and welcome to KJ Around the World. Now, today I have a few things to share. Let's sit back, relax, and get ready. Today, we're exploring a city that I have fallen in love with. Today, we're going to talk about Girona. And I usually say it when I'm with my English speaking friends, Girona. Now, this is a beautiful city located in Spain. It is actually located in the Catalonian region of Spain, and it is one of the most historically beautiful cities I've ever been to. There are so many medieval buildings, and there's a mix of Roman, Arab, and Hebrew influences everywhere. Now, for this trip, we took the train. We took the train from Barcelona up to Gerona. It was such an interesting experience. It was actually a faster ride than I thought. Now, if you guys are new here, last year we took the family to Spain. My two kids, my husband and I, we had Barcelona as our base and we visited a variety of places. Now, if you haven't already, check out our Zaragoza video. That was super fun. But today we're going to talk about Gerona and the awesome time we had while the kids were in camp, taking a train up to Gerona. Now, like I said, we took the train up. It wasn't that much of a long ride. I believe it was about 1 to 2 hours. But it was a pretty quick ride. We saw so much of the countryside. It stopped, the train stopped through so many beautiful little villages. And what I absolutely loved when I got off the train was there was a class of little preschoolers who were on a little field trip with their teachers, and it was absolutely beautiful. As a former preschool teacher, you could imagine I was just like, oh my gosh, look at these cuties. So it was quite the experience getting off the train. It was a smooth ride. We got off and everything seemed so accessible. There was public transportation available, um, buses. If you wanted to take a taxi, that was available to you as well. In the train station, there are little places where you can get something to eat. There's a restroom. It's pretty nice and it was very clean. The people were very hospitable and just polite. If you needed help, you had questions, everyone was ready to help you. So that was something that I was so happy with and amazed with. So we got off the train, got out, and we thought about, okay, where are we going to go? Because again, we came here, there was really no plan. We just wanted to kind of do something while the kids were in camp. And we decided to walk, right? We decided to walk, and I knew there were a few historical spots here and even spots from one of my old favorite shows, Game of Thrones. And so we decided to just walk and just see where our feet take us. We walked for a little bit, found this little cafe. I believe we got some pastries there, drank, kind of just felt refreshed. Again, this was summertime, so you can imagine how hot it was. Let me put emphasis on how hot it was. Now, after that, we found ourselves on this beautiful, beautiful bridge with amazing views. I have to say, no matter what direction you were looking in, you were just going to see beautiful, amazing views. And these are apartments and homes that have been here for decades. I mean, centuries, a long time. Let's just say that. And so it was certainly, an area that I knew was historic and I just wanted to experience the entire place by foot. I think one of the best ways you can explore different countries and different cities is on foot, 100%. It's amazing how much you see and how much you can do when you're walking around a city. It is absolutely an amazing experience. Now, this spot was Pont de les Paiteries Veles. It's, again, another gem of a space within Gerona. It's also called El Ponte Pendra. It's absolutely a gem. If you're looking to visit Gerona, again, it's El Pont de Pendra. and you can walk from the train station there. It's really not that much of a difficult walk. You can walk, people watch, grab something to eat. It's just going to be a really nice experience. And you get a good feel of the city. You get a good feel of the people as you're connecting, as you're walking around and going into shops and talking to people there. Um, there's so many places that you can visit. We passed by like so many Arab baths, and it was just quite the experience. And I believe, for me, it was just like a quick little day trip, but it's definitely a place that's on my list to hang out a little bit more because I want to learn more about this area. There's a lot of history here, and I'm curious to learn about the basilicas here and the museums as well as the cathedrals. And so it's definitely on my list of places for me to visit. And as you can see here, we're walking up some streets. We were on our way to look for a little spot that is pretty well known if you've watched Game of Thrones. They do a lot of Game of Thrones tours here because the space more or less reminds you of King's Landing. Um, it's just like if you look at the streets, if you look at certain areas, you'll notice even one of the streets where they had Cersei walk down. That was the scene where they were yelling shame, shame, shame. And you can see these streets, see these areas, and it just takes you back. It takes you back. Not only for me, like thinking about the show, but it just takes you back in history to so many beautiful places and lives that have been lived in these areas. And you never really experience a place until you put your foot there, right? And I think sometimes many of us will watch videos or even me growing up watching Rick Steves videos. I loved Rick Steves. You fall in love with these places and you want to visit them, and it's not until you're there that you really get a full on feel and experience for this place. And I can say 100% there were so many places that I just wanted to explore more of. And this is why this place is at the top of my list to head back to when we head back to Spain. Now, the Jewish Quarter is a nice area to visit as well. Cobblestone lanes, just lots and lots of history there, narrow streets. There's also a Jewish museum in town that you can visit. You're also able to see from the top of the cathedral so much beautiful architecture. Like I can't explain the beautiful medieval walls and just the spaces that you see once you're on top of this hill, on top of this cathedral. It's just absolutely mesmerizing, absolutely mesmerizing. And I can only say that if you decide to visit Girona, make sure that you take some time to visit the historical spaces, walk across the Anya River, visit the cathedrals, the Girona Cathedral, see the skyline. Even if you're going on a little Game of Thrones tour, whatever it might be, take some time to explore the rich history of this place because you will definitely fall in love like I did. Now, once my husband and I got to the top and we were able to look around, I mean, this space was beautiful. We walked around a little bit and we just explored some more. And then after a couple hours, we went home. So this is just a little peek into some of the things we did while we were in Gerona, while the kids were in camp. And I hope you found it interesting. I hope Gerona is a place that you'll now add to your list of places that you'd like to visit. I know I've fallen in love with it. I know 100% I'm definitely getting on a Game of Thrones tour next time. And so it was great being here with you. I'll see you next time.